Dear students, today I am going to explain how to configure DNS server for two domain names with two HTTP servers in the networks and demonstrate the process to access both the servers using name resolution in real time and simulation mode. So in the last session, we have completed how to configure HTTP server and we have used IP address to connect with the HTTP server. And today's session, I will explain how to configure DNS server for two domain names with two HTTP servers. So before we move on to that practical part, first I will explain what is DNS, how to create the topology structure, and what kind of steps we have to follow to configure the DNS server. Then in my next video, I will show you the demo session about how to configure the DNS server in Cisco Packet Tracer. So first you understand that what kind of steps we have to follow, what kind of the IP address we have to set for to configure the DNS server, and it's easiest way to understand in that practical session. Okay, first I will explain what is DNS, and of course many of you understand about what is DNS, or you know that basic information about what is DNS. It's a DNS stands for domain name system. It acts like a phone book of the internet. So for example, instead of remembering the long numerical IP addresses like 192.168.1.1 or else 142.250.183.14, so it's very difficult to remember that the IP address in the form of numerical numbers. So instead of the numerical numbers, so what the DNS it will do, the DNS translates easy to remember the domain names like www.google.com or amazon.com or whatever the name we are using, that the domain name it execute in the form of DNS server with name resolution format, right? So now it's, for example, whenever you are using www.google.com, that what the DNS will do, it's a DNS, it's a translate that the IP address into that the respective domain name, or it will be connect with the corresponding IP addresses so that the computer can easy to communicate. So this is the reason why DNS is important. So for example, I will show you that the same the structure what we have discussed now. So for example, I am going to find out that the exact IP address of google.com, right? So just I am simply type ping command in the command prompt and I am going to type it's a google.com, right? Just you look at that the IP address of Google, what it is connected as of now. It's 142.251.223.4 with 32 bytes of data. We are not sure about that. It's which server it's connected as of now. And the IP address of the server is it's 142.251.223.4, right? And as usual, you know that, so what kind of the ping commands it will gives that result. Number of packets sent 4, it's a received 4, there is no loss, and the maximum time, minimum time, and average time. And I will show you one more the ping command. For example, I am going to type my website. It's a ping Dr.K.Sudha.com. It's a ksudha.in. Yes, look at that. The IP address is connected with the website. It's a 34.120.137.41. So for example, even just I have used drksudha.com. Sometimes we forget about that. What's exactly the IP address? What exactly the domain name? And of course, and instead of the domain name, if you are keep on remembering that the address of the URL or the address of our domain name 34.120.137.41, it's very difficult to remember such kind of the long IP address. That's why the DNS server, it's works efficiently and it can easily interact with the end users in the easiest way. Now, coming to the part of topology structure, what we are going to do, so here I have used, that is two PCs. It's a PC0, PC1, server 0, server 1 and server 2, right? So there are two PC, three servers I have used and one switch. It's a PC0, I am going to take as a client machine 1, and for PC1 it's client machine 2. For the server 0, it's going to act as a DNS server, right? And server 1 and 2, it's going to act as a HTTP server. So in that last session, we have used only HTTP server, but for DNS configuration, of course, one server, it's going to act as a DNS server for name resolution, right? And I will explain one by one, so how it will be connected with one another, right? The IP address for PC0, it's a start from 192.168.1.100, and for PC1, it's 192.168.1.101. And coming to the server 0, it's 192.168.1.10. For server 1, 1.20. For server 2, it's 1.13. Right? So this is the structure we are going to use when we are doing the practical part. Right? Now, just I will explain one by one what's the steps we have to follow for DNS server configuration. So it's a start from network topology setup. Yes, we have to place the devices. It's one DNS server, two HTTP servers, two PCs and one switch, right? So this is the part, it's placed in the screen now. And to connect all the devices using, whether you can use automatic connection type or else you can use copper straight line through cables to connect with the PC to switch or server to switches, right? Coming to that, the IP address, what I have earlier discussed, it's start from PC0, it's 192.168.1.100, and for PC1, 192.168.1.101. For the DNS server, 192.168.1.10, 1.20 for HTTP server 1, 1.30 for HTTP server 2. So this is the IP address we are going to set for each device, right? The next step, yes, this part is also, you are already familiar about how to configure the IP address. For configuring the IP address for PCs, just you are going to click the PC and select the desktop and go to IP configuration. It's by default IPv4 IP configuration. For PC0, you are going to set that IP address of 192.168.1.100 for 1.101 for PC1, and the subnet mask for both PC0 or PC1, it belongs to class C IP address. It's a 255.255.255.0. And along with that, what you are going to give in the either PC0 and PC1, we have to give the DNS server address. This is the important part. So usually we are going to give the IP address and subnet mask, right? But for the DNS server, you have to assign the IP address of DNS server in PC0 and PC1. So what I am going to use the IP address for DNS server, it's 192.168.1.10. That address you have to place it in PC0 and PC1 before you close the window, right? And coming to that, the configuration of server side, yes, you have to click on the server and you select the desktop and go to that IP configuration. For the DNS server, IP configuration is, it's as I said in the PC0, PC1, the same IP address you are going to place it for DNS server. And as I said, HTTP server 1 IP address, it's 192.168.1.20 and 1.30 for HTTP server 2. And subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, right? So this is the part to configure the IP address of all the devices. Next step, what we have to do, we have to configure the HTTP server, then we are going to configure the DNS server. So for the configuration of HTTP server, just you click on the server 1 and go to the configuration or config and select services and select HTTP and turn on the HTTP service. So this part is also we have discussed in the last video, how to configure the HTTP server. The same steps you are going to do for DNS server also. And under the HTTP, there are 5 different HTML files it's available. And here just you are going to do some kind of the modification in the index.html page. What I am going to replace in that the content, welcome to HTTP server 1. So that's the content I am going to replace in the index.html file. And the same thing I am going to do in server 2. But what's the message I am going to place it here? It's welcome to HTTP server 2, right? You can change whatever that the information you need. Just simply for the understanding purpose, just I have used welcome to HTTP server 1 and welcome to HTTP server 2 to differentiate that which domain name we are calling and how it's execute, right? And coming to the configuration of DNS server, this is the important part of the today's session. It's to go to that DNS server. Just you click on the DNS server, select services, and from the services you have to choose DNS, and the DNS server should be on. You make it or you make sure that the DNS server is on, and you are going to add 2 records. For example, what I am going to use, the name is www.example1.com. So it's this is the name I am going to use in the DNS server as a name resolution. What it means? So here the HTTP server 1 IP address, it's going to assign for example1.com. This is the IP address, the 192.168.1.20. This is the IP address. It's HTTP server 1 IP address. So instead of I am calling the IP address, what I am going to do is, just when I am calling www.example1.com, it's automatically connect with HTTP server 1. And the same thing for that is HTTP server 2. Just I am going to change the name is www.example2.com. So this is the step I will show you in the practical session, or else you can do it by yourself. Just instead of giving that IP address, you have to use the name and you have to type the IP address and click on add button. That the IP address, it automatically it's configured with the DNS server, right? So once this process is over, you are going to save the configuration, right? And at last, so how to test in real time or in the simulation mode. So to verifying in real time mode, Just you are going to click any of the PC, either PC0 or PC1, and go to desktop and select web browser. So in that last session, I hope if you watch the video, what we have done here, just you type the IP address in the HTTP server. But here what you are going to do, instead of giving that IP address, just you can simply type that the URL, either www.example1.com or example2.com, whatever that the domain name you are giving, it will be reflects that the page on the output. You can see that what's the message you are going to get when you are typing the www.example1.com. Welcome to HTTP server 1. So when you are typing that example2.com, you are going to get the message is welcome to HTTP server 2. So that's a message, it will be reflect on that page. The same thing you can do it in your simulation mode. Just you change it as from real time to simulation window, and you can use the web browser again on the PC0. You can observe that DNS, the query as well as the response, how the message is taken from PC to DNS server and DNS server to the reply with mapped IP address, then HTTP request to correct server. So the simulation window, it will be given that, so how it will be switched from PC to DNS server to IP address to again DNS server, or it's how it is connected with the HTTP server. So this kind of information you can get it in the simulation mode. So you can do that the same step for both domain names, and you can watch how it works in the simulation window or simulation mode. So this is the way you have to configure the DNS server in the Cisco Packet Tracer. So first you are going to create the topology. The second step, you are going to assign the IP address for PC, and the next step you are going to configure the IP address for server. Server, it means the DNS server and HTTP server, and along with that you are going to do some kind of the modification in the HTTP server, that is index.html page, and at last you are going to configure the DNS server. What's the name you are going to use for the DNS server? You can use any name. That name, it will be connected with the HTTP server. At last you are going to verify that how it's execute in the real-time mode and simulation window, right? I hope this information is helpful to you all, and when we are going for the practical session, you will get the complete picture about how the DNS server it works in Cisco Packet Tracer, right? Thank you. Thanks for watching.